Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Can you see me? Am I on? Okay. Um. All right. Just want to. Okay. Yeah. I know I'm already. I'm okay. I'm recording. How are you guys doing? Today is amazing. Actually, today was really weird. Okay. I had a whole bunch of like technical difficulties, and bro, we need to clear the energy because it's been crazy. All right. Um. I just want to make sure you guys can like hear me. So if there's anything like wrong with the audio, like let me know. I'm trying to okay, good. Hi, you guys can hear me? Oh, thank you. Yay, you can see me. Okay, thank you. That's so nice of you to say I'm looking beautiful because that's another thing. I was feeling a little bit, I don't know. But let's light this for our we're gonna light this for protection. Because let me tell you, the energies have been weird today. It's been like one like technological difficulty after another. Okay. And I'm hoping you guys are doing better than I am right now, but I'm like excited to be here with you guys and we're going to connect. And this is for fun and also for unity and for connection and love and all of that good stuff. So, let's just bring it back to center here. Also, my kids have been like extremely rambunctious today. So, it's a thing. All right. Okay, guys. We're here. We're good. Let's ring a bell and welcome in the spirit. And like the message I've been getting lately is that there's like you're about to like you guys are about to like become very very successful and this is sort of like the last attempt for like certain energies coming in to like mess with us. So thank you, Spirit, so much for being here with us. We love you so much, and we ring this bell in your honor. Sorry, I know it's a little bit loud, guys. Okay. We'll just cleanse the area here. All right. Now, what would it be if we didn't do a little lighty poo here and say we love you to the mother? Guess I can't really get demonetized. I like I messed up my whole AdSense account, so I'm gonna have to call customer service tomorrow and see what the heck is up with that because I screwed it up. And well, hey, this is how I learn. ADHD screw up over here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Also lighting this for your ancestors, my ancestors, all the ascended masters. I'm calling upon the spirit team of all the angels, Mary Magdalene, the ascended masters, Jesus, all the beings that like got to the Atman. And okay, so when I was meditating today, I got this huge download that, well, I mean, I think we've already known this, but a lot of you have already gotten out of this realm, okay? So it's kind of like that time old story that you've already ascended, but you came back here to add and help to bring even more elevation to the consciousness. Okay. We're trying to bring unity consciousness in because this reality totally teaches separation consciousness. And, I don't want to focus on the negative here, but all you have to do is watch like a 5-year-old child go into school and then see how they are when they graduate. And you'll see that they've been indoctrinated with. Now, I'm not saying that we can't learn facts, that's amazing. But what they're indoctrinated with is to look outside of themselves, to seek outside of themselves for authority, um, to seek outside of themselves for validation, um, to have a lack mindset that everything is hard, and not to mention it's like giving full separation consciousness where we're taught to like look at another human as something just merely to transact with instead of someone to commune with as like another self. So, uh yeah, and who benefits from that in this reality? are very few, and a very few benefit from all of us believing that separation is real and that we have to continue looking outside of ourselves to see how to be so we can somehow try to conform and fit in. When really, uh, individuation leads to unity, which is really weird because unity sounds like everything is the same, but it's not. When you're individuated and able to be individuated and are able to authenticate your true self and hone that, then all of a sudden you're filling your own cup and you love yourself enough that it's like going out into others. And we can commune instead of like compete, right? So that's what we're here teaching. Okay, so yeah, let's get into some energies and see what's up with you guys. All right, Spirit, for the highest, best good, what's coming through here for the collective? Also, I don't know if like any of my moderators are on here, but if you are, thank you. If not, it's no big deal. I'm, trying to figure out all like I feel like I wish I had someone to just like tell me the tech stuff so I could fully focus on the spiritual stuff. Because it's really hard to like sort of play in both realms. Do you know what I mean? Um, yeah. So, and that's another thing too. Like, you guys know that I believe that if we all were like working for each other, like there's enough diversity in the human genome that if we all just were doing what we wanted to do and school was a thing to learn about that, like, and to trust ourselves and our intuition, then we could all be doing what we love, that our soul star loves to do, and we could all just be doing that. Do you know what I mean? And there wouldn't have to be a monetary system as long as people weren't like taking too much. Although, I mean, I'm not against money. You know what I mean? It's a currency of exchange, but, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying, I grew up, like a lot of us, and I grew up wishing that I had, wishing that I felt safe. Do you know what I mean? Wishing that there wasn't always this like energy of like fear and lack and like burden like flowing around me. And through all of my like investigation, the only thing I have found that would fix this is if we teach like a whole new consciousness to our collective, okay? All right. So the Explorer and Release is coming out right now that I'm seeing in the middle here. Um all right. It feels like spirit is sort of like working with our collective to release and do like more soul work, release old energies and sort of like move us into this new one. Do you know what I mean? Like, we are in the builder realm, okay? But also, I don't want to like, I know that we're in this consciousness developer and that our, mm, like we're here to authenticate ourselves. But I just feel like now we want to switch the game to like from division to unity. Do you know what I mean? And so we're here to work on ourselves. And by working on ourselves, this does help the collective, you know? And my energy feels so off right now. Connect to heart. I think we should do a little meditation here together, real quick. A little like coming to center here. So I'm just gonna do that, and you guys can just listen along or whatever. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of like a grounding here into the heart. Deep breath in and release it. Just focusing on unconditional love and what that really means. That it means being here now in the present moment with everyone and with other people. Okay. Come through, Spirit, with a message for the collective. Okay, they just told me that I really need to chill about the business aspect of things because I'm here to be like basically they're saying they're going to take care of it. Okay? Everything is going to work out. And this is for you too. I feel like we've been toiling a little bit here. We've been kind of like in this like we've sunk down a little bit into really believing that the material realm has like power over us when really we are here to win. Okay? And so this is a lesson for myself and a lesson for you guys. Connecting to heart is always the way to see things clearly. Okay? Because even if you look, hold on here. What is happening with the video? Hold on. I think, are you guys, the video's okay now? I don't know what happened, but we're good. Okay, so if you look in this, if you look at this card, do you see how the two dogs are facing away from each other? It's like they don't see each other until they get into the heart. So, if you ever see a baby, it's like it was born in their heart. They're born connected. You know, they don't have any judgmental things. They don't have any, you're right, ADHD is a fucking superpower in spiritualism, and it kind of fucks you up when it comes to the business thing. But, like, whatever. My, when your mind or when you're like in the two that can't see each other, you know, it's like discourse happening. Okay. So connecting to heart is the best way. And it's like, don't be too hard on yourself. I've been really hard on myself today. It's giving like maybe you guys have been a little bit hard on yourself lately too. And it's because it's like I'm like I have this weird, you know, that's what I mean. I have this deep down existential dread and fear. Let's just be real. That like I'm not going to be able to like pay my bills. I'm not going to be able to like feed my family. I'm not going to be able, you know what I mean? And it's like this thing that our earth and the way that we have this whole zone set up like just promotes. Ugh, and it is hard because when you look at a baby who has just been born and they are like so pure within and they're taught to not trust themselves. And I'll give you a perfect example how. Imagine going to school when you're like 5 years old and you've already been potty trained and everybody has been like, yay, you're great, you know, like it was a big accomplishment to be potty trained and you like owned that and now you like have control over your you know, your bladder and everything, and you know when to go to the bathroom. And then you go to this place and they show you where the bathroom is and everything. But then when it's time to go, they don't allow you. So like I remember being, and this is a personal experience. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it. When I went into kindergarten, they showed me where the bathroom was, and when I had to go, I just walked out of the room and went to the bathroom. And when I came back, I was in trouble. And I didn't understand why, because I had been told for however many years that it was amazing that I went to the bathroom and it's an accomplishment and all this. And now all of a sudden, there's like these adults getting mad at me because I didn't ask permission to go. Okay. So, this in my brain, like, I could never be conditioned to that. That's another thing about ADHD. I'm pretty sure that people with ADHD and autism and certain neurodivergence have a very, like, we do not get programmed. Okay. And so we just have to suffer while we watch everyone else get programmed and, and, question everything because we're just like, is it me? Or is it the reality, right? And so I got back to the classroom and I like got in trouble and I did not understand why. And I was told you have to ask permission to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, well, why? I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'll be fine. You can trust me. I'm just going to go and come right back, you know? But from a very young age, we sew in to children that A, they're not trustworthy, B, they can't trust themselves, C, they have to like search outside of self and ask permission for permission to do the things that they were already okay to do. You know, that is like a mental mind F. Like if I ever saw one. Um, not to mention, you know, it's like it's so much teaching conformity, conformity. stand in a line, be, and also if you ever ask questions or you're different, you get ostracized, right? This is all part of the whole plan. um we're taught to look outside of ourselves for everything, and we're taught to blindly trust authority. And that is like, wow. If I haven't seen like a prison type system, if there ever was one, um that's what it would be. And it's just like sad. So, and here's another thing. They teach us that like we have to compete and that we're only as good as what we can earn. So there's another thing that's like outside of ourselves. So we're never taught that like our internal intrinsic value is like the actual like gold mine that can create all of the beauty, you know? And so I just wish we could get back to teaching that. It's like, all right, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep saying, like 5 million times. Okay, Spirit. I'm going to use this deck. Let's just get a message and forget about all that stuff and just be here now and see what's what. But I feel like that's why a lot of us have like like us as like neurodivergents have like incarnated too into certain systems, like fully awake, so that we can be the ones to see the actual root problem. And everybody wants to like solve problems up here. Great. This freaking. Okay, wait. You know what I'm going to do? Go to this. Okay. Is it connected? Is it connected? I'm thinking it is. Okay. So, I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, it's like, okay, so we really need to, as like a society, or like we need to start realizing like what the true real problem is for all the crime or all the whatever. It's like you don't cure cancer at like the top level. You have to find like the root cause. Just like, everything. If there's a tree that is sick, you have to get to like the root cause of the problem, or you're just like not helping it. So our whole politics in whatever situation is set up to blame others, and you guys know the deal. It doesn't really ever solve problems. It just doesn't. And really, the solving of the problem has to be an expansion of consciousness, which I suppose takes time. All right. I get in my own little world, like, and I'm just like in this like peaceful, like blissed out world. And then, I go and I see the matrix, if you will. And it's just like, I want to be strong enough to like not get like drugged down in it, but I don't know. The death card. The death card is the first one. You know what I'm getting with this? I'm getting that we okay, so Spirit's saying, "Hey, let's find a positive way to look at this." Um those negative things, it's like we had to go through so that we could finally put them to death and bring in, you know what? This freaking computer. Hold on. We're going to go like this. Okay, switching camera. I feel like this one will be it's just my computer. I feel like this one will be less glitchy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're watching like the whole I don't know. My like internet and all that has like been really crappy lately. And that's another thing. I've paid the bill. I don't know. Okay, maybe that's better. Let's go ahead and see if this works now. Okay. Yeah, hi, 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 hi. Okay. So, you guys, As you can tell, my energy feels really weird tonight. I love you guys, and I just feel like not grounded at all. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, and it just gets a little bit like disheartening sometimes. Like it says we just woke up in the 3D world, maybe 2D. I agree. Yeah. But and that's what I mean. I think a lot of us have like been awake since like we were little, and now it's just getting like extra frustrating. I don't know if you guys resonate with that, but you want to send me a gift if I have it? I can just give you my address. But if you want to send money, I have a Venmo. It's Charbinks Art, CH, or maybe it's just Charbinks. I don't know. I think I put the link in the whatever, but I mean, no pressure, honestly. We're just chilling. Also, it's like I don't know if you guys grew up like this, but I grew up where love was super conditional, okay? Where I didn't know if it was going to be there. And a lot of times it wasn't. Like it was like they loved you if you were doing good or whatever, but they weren't there for you if you weren't. Do you know what I mean? And so that is sad, and that's another thing though that this world teaches. It teaches conditions, like you're only allowed to love certain people, you can only love certain people, but then even then that's not even real love, you know. Wow. There's like a lot of like collective like trauma just like coming up to the surface today, maybe for me, maybe for you guys, but like I don't know if you guys feel it. um Yeah, it's okay to realize that what we went through was like really painful, you know? I've been through a lot in my life. Um, but I'm not a victim. You know what I mean? Like maybe I was a victim, but I'm not a victim. Do you know what I mean? I guess I consider myself a survivor, but also like I see the reason why. But for some odd reason, thinking about it right now, it like hurts. Like on a collective level, everybody talks about like, do you guys remember that whole like save the children thing, and they made it into like a whole thing where like the whatever ELITE people were like doing things to like children or whatever, and like it's so interesting because it does happen, but it happens on a different way. And it's what I was saying. It's like the energetic siphon through the school system, through children, and through the busing system. And it's almost like they tell us this during did you guys see like okay, back when like Kamala Harris was like running for whatever, she kept talking about how much she loved school buses. I love school buses. I love school buses. And it's almost like, Spirit told me in that instant like what it meant, okay, what it truly meant, like the energetic aspect of it is that the few people who paid for and created the education system and all of our systems that are really set up to promote a lack mindset and to promote like division and separation and consciousness, um it's almost like they siphon our energy through a busing system in a way, and a computer has a busing system. Interestingly enough, the school buses, if you actually look at buses in a computer, they look the same. So it's like as above, so below, literally. And if they were doing that, and it's sort of like the whole Monsters Inc. thing where they get their energy from like fear and division and whatever, like, what if we decided to like switch it to like we all get the energy from like love and all of that, you know? But anyway, I don't know. I think maybe I'm going to get my monthly type vibes. I'm feeling extra like emotional. All right, what cards? What card? Man, I just like am desperate for like a whole different reality. You know what I mean? But actually, that's me not being in the here and now and learning. So, this is all learning, all growing, all learning, all growing, healing, collective trauma, all of that good stuff. Okay, Three of Wands coming out with the King of Wands. Ooh, and the Four of Swords. Okay, this is giving me that, oh, okay, clarify the Three of Wands for me, Spirit. Okay, so that's coming in with the Tower. This is what I was getting. King of Wands, yep, burden, and then Four of Swords is a High Priestess. Okay. So, I think the reason why I'm feeling this way, honestly, and maybe the reason why we might is like there's like we live in this realm where there are people who do like voodoo magic against others. They do like evil eye. They talk badly about each other. You know what I mean? And it can like mess with your energy. And this is giving that people have like actually been working to send you like burdens and are like trying to kind of like halt your growth here and like stifle your dream, and you're like intuitively awakened to this, okay, and you're feeling it, and I think we're feeling it as a collective, but there's like energies around us that are straight up trying to like bring us back down. Do you guys feel like that? Because let's just say no weapon formed against us shall prosper, because it feels like there's weapons being formed against us, okay? Yeah, we have to remember that we're like, oh, look what I just pulled these out randomly together, the Empress and the Emperor. So with these energies, let me tell ya, if you guys, hello, hi Ciara. Yeah, seriously, straight up spiritual warfare is happening, okay? And Spirit's reminding us that the way to combat this is to go within and combine our mother and our father and get into our Holy Spirit. And then we can just like vanquish the evil. Like right now, I just want to like vanquish this shit, man. It's like, no, thank you. Return to sender. We are not interested in any of it. And like, Spirit, please protect us. Like, we do not want any of this negative freaking crap. It's like giving like evil eye like times a million. And of course, it's giving you have someone in your energy that is like straight up pissed that you're like doing good because they like got off on you doing bad. Okay, I'm just being honest. This is what's coming through. Okay, thank you. The channel's coming through now. All right, they need you to know this. There's someone in your life, and I'm gonna get more about it, but there is someone in your life who hates it that you are happy, who hates your healing, and is like pissed off by your growth, okay? And we rebuke that. We rebuke that. Ugh, we rebuke it. Yes, we do. Spirit, we rebuke this. And you know what Spirit just told me? I might be off to a little bit of a rocky start with my live streams type vibes, but a year from now, 5 months from now, I'm going to be really good at it. Okay? And I'm not going to be feeling like anxious in front of, whatever and whatever. I'm just going to be like good. Okay? That's what they're saying. Also with you. Your spirit team is actually they're saying that they're allowing us to kind of suffer a little bit. Not really, but we're feeling the pain of the alchemization. And this is like, it's almost like everybody and their brother type vibe. It's like, it's giving like, there's like groups that are what you would consider elite. that literally have been trying to come against you. Okay. And this is like weird. And I hate this energy, you know, but we rebuke it. Tell me more about it, Spirit. Tell me more. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. Somebody wants to keep you in bondage. Um, Somebody who has abused you in the past. Somebody who used to like get energy from this frequency, okay? Um, And if you're even away from this person, it's like an entity, okay? It's like an energy, a negative energy that like wants to glom on and suck your light, okay? And wants you to be trapped in your emotions, wants you to feel like look at this. They want you to feel worried like you're not good enough, like um it's like the energy that like they want you to feel like you have tomato on your face, okay? You know what? That is like that freaking makes me angry, and I can feel like your spirit team being angry about that too. So no, we're not going to put up for that. We're not going to put up for that, spirit, because we know that we can get into bliss, and this is the frequency that we carry within, and this is our superpower that literally like negates all of this negative crap. But it's giving like moon magic has been happening. Yeah, it's like probably yeah, okay. So somebody that is like an older, it may be a feminine, but like like in the energy of like their south node, um is like an older, maybe a female, maybe a male. Um this person wants to, it's giving they've done like they've done like freezer magic on you, okay? They've done things to you uh and you are like innocent and do not deserve this. And what I'm hearing is spirits actually about to have them have tomato on their face, which, by the way, I know that they are us at another point of the same awareness. However, they're like fully in the distortion realm and they're trying to like come against a divine warrior of God, okay? So they want you to speak your truth. Uh they're like literally your spirit team is like you have a voice for God. You need to be 100% secure in that, and you need to speak your truth because it's divine and it's coming directly from source. You have a mission on this earth and we are activating you, and this energy that is coming towards you is probably the heaviest it has been, and you are like barely affected, okay? And they're saying before this would have got you down for like months type vibe, this energy, but you're so aware you know now how you feel on the inside when you're in a like when you're in the bliss frequency, when you're in your emperor empress vibe, like that's who you truly are. And these people are just jealously obsessed with you and are like basically watching you with like hateful eyes. Okay. Well, they can take their hate and shove it because literally return to sender. Okay. We return that to sender. We do not want that. We do not like that. What card is this? The Six of Cups. Okay. Why the Six of Cups, Spirit? Three of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So this is what's up. Six of Cups. This has to do. Okay. I'm getting something like with like your family. It has to do with your family, like your family connections, okay? Like what you would consider your immediate family, all right? There's someone in your family, okay, that is literally working to try to leave you out in the cold and um like trying to like reverse something that has played out in your favor, okay, is what I'm getting. This person is so jealous of you. Their eyes are green with envy, okay? It's giving like perhaps like a stepmother or like a stepfather, something like that, but they are like pissed off and wanting you to be out in the cold. And spirit is saying like, no, because you're you're over here. This is what I mean. You're like growing something, okay? You're over here tending to your garden, you're tending to your growth, and this person is trying to like delay it, is trying to like energetically work against you. Um it's a person who has done like a whole campaign of lies against you. Um it is a king of swords but in like the reverse emperor vibe. So this is a person, and they don't think before they speak, they don't think before they act, they don't even understand like where their thoughts and everything like come from. They're so like used to just like blaming, projecting. This person blames and projects. Man, it's like, and spirit is saying don't worry about it because they're actually going to use this energy to make your foundation even stronger. Okay, so this is the Four of Wands, and they're saying that if you're worried about like a home um being taken from you, or something about like your stability when it comes to this whole like family situation, they're saying that this is going to be like it's going to go in your favor, and they're not going to get what they wanted to happen type vibe. Okay, they're going to have to like walk away with the Eight of Cups. They're going to have to walk away, and they're going to have to walk away because you are like literally rebuilding, and you're not really like a wounded warrior anymore. You're more like just trying to like scaffold the things back together. Okay, because this person like energetically destroyed a lot of stuff in your family, I'm hearing, like for even over like 10 maybe 20 years. It's giving like step parent type vibes or something like that, like, yeah. um but they're gonna have to walk away, like spirit's like forcing them to walk away, and you are also like divinely protected, I'm hearing. You are going to be a boss, okay? So like you're going to be your own boss, I'm hearing. And this person is like going to be stuck in their head because, and also kind of like have a reverse 10 of cups. So essentially, all of their hoodoo voodoo is going returning back to sender, okay? And that's okay. We don't want anything bad to happen to them, but also it's like we're over here like trying to do what's right. You're over here like in your divine like frequency of like love, connection. You have something to offer the whole reality. Like you are a love offering. I'm hearing your whole energy is a love offering to this reality, okay? You have the ability to unbreak hearts. Also, there's like a King of Pentacles. Uh, there's something about a King of Pentacles that is like in reverse. Oh, okay. So this person who has been like coming like against you or whatever is like they're actually losing pentacles. Okay, they're gonna be losing pentacles. All right, this energy is whack. Let's try to let's see if there's anything else coming through. We know that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, apparently like your spirit team is like about to like wreak havoc in this person's life, okay? And the energy return is coming right back to you. All right, so don't worry about it, although we are feeling the effects, but you're like alchemizing it like amazingly. All right, Spirit, any other messages? Let's see. Let's get some of these Akashic records. They're like the Akashic Oracle deck. Release. Okay? So, two things with this. You are being released from this bond, okay? Um yeah, it's like almost like this karmic cycle is up, but this person or this entity was like trying to hold on, doing some sort of like magic, increasing their karma. Like, really, why am I still talking about this? Like, let's release this. Um, you know, it's just not cool that this happened, okay? It's not cool. And you're about to be released from like any sort of like connection to this bondage. It's just giving like really like messy energy that's just like super distorted and just like really not cool. But also, let's read what this says. It says, "You are being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life." See, this is what it is. Spirit is literally releasing these people from your life, okay? It's giving you know exactly who I'm talking about. There's a bunch of you, so it's like, you have to apply it to it is, but whoever you thought, that's what it is. This person sent you a bunch of stuff, but it says you deserve to be free of all drama. So, yeah, so you are going to be released from the drama. Um, but literally, energetically, it was affecting us a little bit here. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, they want you to speak up, speak your truth, keep doing what you want to be doing. It's giving like you're here to overturn the whole like division matrix and make it into a unity field. And like, imagine if you had been in control and were like living off of the sadness of like a whole group of people for like over 1,000 years. It would be really hard for you to give up that, especially knowing that you have to go back to the developer, if you will, forget everything and have to like kind of work your way back up from the bottom, which is what has to happen for these people, okay? They're trying to like do anything they can to disrupt this new birth that we are going through as an entire collective and on this planet. They're trying to do everything they can, and they just can't accept the defeat, okay? Like, they just need to face it at this point. All right. So, for us, what we need to keep doing is keep speaking the truth. We need to keep speaking the unity. We need to keep speaking divine love. We need to keep our faith, keep our truth, keep loving one another. Okay. Keep doing all the things that go against the stuff that was taught to us in the division realms, okay? We're bringing unity in, and it's like your voice is bringing it in, and they were like wanting to like shut you up, okay? It's giving they wanted to do any little thing, even like mess with mess with your like technology. It's like it's giving like if you've been like dropping things lately or like whatever, this is like people sending you magic, okay? So we need to like increase our protections, all right? All of us do. We need to increase our protections because we are here for a mission for God. And you are like being brought here to bring balance to the imbalance that was for like ever. Yes, no more people pleasing, 100%. Yeah, narcissist always draining empaths, 100%. Um, and it's giving that we need to starve the narcissist now by literally not even paying attention to this information, this like energy, but also just like alchemizing it and just continuing to speak up and stand up for ourselves, because that's what they fucking hate. They hate it. They want us to be weak. They want us to be sad. They want us to like self hate. Do you know what I mean? They want us to like look in the mirror. That's another thing I've been hearing. Like people are doing like mirror magic on you, so that like when you look in the mirror, you like don't realize how fucking beautiful you are, because you are so fucking beautiful. Okay. Um yeah. So continue to speak your truth. It's like speak it through a blowhorn, baby. And you're here you're like a divine being that's bringing balance to this realm, okay? Um follow your passion and have faith in it. So do not let these like mind monsters worm their way in with their sneaky little energy and make you feel less than. Like, no, speak your truth because you're fucking amazing. All right. I'm just like, I'm getting angry now at this, like, hoobly jubbly magical stuff. I don't like that. Um, Imagine, like, I don't understand someone who would see someone else do well and then like hate on that, or like if someone is having a hard time, like feel good about that. Like that is like, like psychopathic. But ugh. Also, spirit is saying like we have to remember that if we advance, it doesn't mean that someone else loses. Like if somebody else is doing well, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing. Like everyone could be infinitely abundant, and it's just like a whole idea of like awakening to that, you know? Oh my God, look at this. The protect card. So, you're very spiritually protected. Your divine unconditional love and purity is your protection, but it doesn't mean you aren't going to feel some of this because you are also highly fucking sensitive. So, they want you to like really the next like 3 days, especially. I feel like we're coming up on like a full moon here. Um, you want to be like really centered, meditating, and be in the frequency of unconditional love, okay? They're saying do that first, and then everything else is going to feel easier. Okay. Even for myself, it's like today I was trying to do a whole bunch of like administrative stuff before I connected with like, well, I'm always connected, but before I really focused and like did like my meditation and my honoring of like my, what you would consider like my deities, the people, like the energies that I like work with and love. And it's giving no, we need to be definitely putting the spiritual stuff first, and like don't worry about the administrative stuff because it's going to be okay. All right. Yeah, and literally it does say this, you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. So you know it's giving like if people are trying to like ask too much of you, it's okay to say no and be like, no, I need to go be by myself now, because it's like self-love, man. These narcissists want us to like fall out of love with ourselves, but no, we're not going to do that because we love ourselves now, and we stand up and we speak up and we speak the truth. 100%. I can't even make this up. Trust in yourself. See? This is what I mean. Trust in yourself, because, and also trust in God. It's like trust in yourself and love yourself and be with yourself, right? It says you've got this. You've worked hard to get this far. And that's another thing. They want us to like, I just was feeling this energy, like where this like old energy of like, oh man, I'm like a failure. I'm like a loser. I haven't gotten the, and then it's like, wait a minute, look how far I've come. You know what I mean? Look how far I've come. Look how far you've come. Just think of how far you've come from like a year ago, right? So trust in yourself and know that you got this shit. It says you've worked hard to get this far, and you have the ability to create the things that you desire. 100%. It says learning to trust in yourself and your abilities will take you to your highest timeline. So here's the thing. Even me earlier when I'm like ADHD, it's like, yeah, but like literally, I trust in myself. I love myself, and spirit's gonna help me. Do you know what I mean? Spirit will help me with the whole whatever. And like, I'm always provided for. So, like, you're always gonna be provided for, okay? Don't be afraid to go into solitude so that you can uh be with your own energy. Like, and I'm like one of those people who needs a lot of alone time, okay? And it's because I just feel better when I'm like connected with spirit and just like fully in that frequency, That's like my natural resonance. It's giving you too. Like you are an earth angel. So that means you're an angel that came to earth to experience, grow, add to who you are, but also to raise the frequency for the collective so that they can also, ascend the frequencies type vibe. So you're here to like break other people free. All right. 100%. You're here to break other people free. And your divine power is within. This is when you connect to your intuition, you soar to the highest fucking heights. Okay. Um, this is how you gain your bravery. You gain your bravery within. Okay. When you're filled with the spirit, this is how you become powerful. And this is where you get your divine truth. And then you're able to speak it forward and live it and emanate it. And that's fucking cool. Okay. And this is what we need to do. So they want you to like be meditating, connecting to into your intuition. And then this also, there are people, it's giving, there are people in your life that like want to dim your light, okay? That don't feel comfortable in your light. It's giving like your light is so bright that what it does is it makes other people feel some kind of way because they're not secure in themselves. And then that old fucking program that would make us come back down into a self-lacking, self-whatever deprecating, self-dimming vibe is like, no, we're standing up against that. And I'm so glad that I'm talking to you guys right now because this is a timeless message. If you see this now, if you see this a year from now, whatever, it doesn't matter because it's always right here, right now. And we're not allowing ourselves to be drugged down into the illusion realms of separation and fear and like self fucking dimming. Okay, like do not dim your light. 100%. It says you are being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out. If to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. So you're about to fly high majorly. All right. I am like getting the energy that like this little like past weekend hoobly jubilee bullshit, it's giving like I don't know, man. You know how it is. The energies have been weird. So like this stuff is about to be fully alchemized. Okay, so this is what I'm hearing. In the next like few days when you meditate, you're about to reach heights that you have never gotten to before. You are getting you're being invited into certain realms that have never been experienced by someone that has been in this realm. Okay. So you are like going beyond. All right. They want you to keep a journal. Okay. Keep a journal and like talk about your next few meditations and what you experience, what you see, and what like breakthroughs you have. Like what things awaken in you. Okay. Because it's giving like you're related to the Anunnaki and like ancient Egypt, but also like the Sumerians. It's giving like you guys are we've coded this realm. Okay, like you have been here so many times. You've graduated this place a lot of times, I'm hearing. And now you're here to help, you know, recode the grid for the next I'm hearing for the next like 3,000 years of golden age. So that's why it felt so hard for us when we first came here because we came into the densest time where people were like the furthest away from their soul stars that has ever been. And so the distortion was so thick. But imagine we come in with our light, and this is why none of us are close to each other, okay? Because it's like a grid. So we're placed in certain parts of the grid so that we can activate, and our light and our frequency then stabilizes so that others can ascend and that we can create the new like earth. Okay. And like how I said, the new earth does come from a cloud because it comes from our mind. Okay. we ascend, we become higher evolved in our minds, and then that comes in and we start to ground it into the reality by acting and moving differently and creating better things by like working together, because we start to realize that we're actually fucking connected. All right. Also, you are a high priestess. Okay. This is the second time I got the high priestess vibes. And there's like a lot of like, I just heard that something about the Nephilim. What were the Nephilim? The fallen angels. Um, they're not bad or good. They just have done things. No, actually, you're here. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, you are here. Um, like it's giving you like Elohim. Okay, and you're here to right the wrongs of the Nephilim. Okay. Um, yeah, a lot of stuff is going to be coming out in the last half of this year. That's really going to be like a final swoop for people to really actually wake up and see the realm for what it is. And this is why, I don't know if you guys heard, like there's like bunkers being built. Um, because when we raise the frequency, something like they won't be able to handle being in the sunlight anymore. And so they have to go underground. That's really weird and trippy. You know, but you are a high priestess and you're recoding uh with your energy. You're recoding the next like playground for the next 3,000 years, where it's going to be um like a bunch of like homesteading, but also I'm hearing like ultra homesteading. So we're still going to have like advanced tech, and it's going to become so advanced that it's going to actually blend in with like the earth itself. So it's going to be like unified with the frequencies of the earth, and it's not going to be like creating distortion with nature. So it's almost like it blends into nature, but it's also highly advanced. Okay. So it's like, that's amazing. Okay, what else, spirit? Yeah, you are a creative thinker. Okay, so your thinking 100% is first of all, your imagination and your creativity is your magic power. That's like one of the hugest things. Like, spirit is saying that our ability to imagine and be creative is like a gift, okay? Because um it's giving like the ones that we might consider like the fallen angels, or the ones that are sort of like have been like siphoning energy for like thousands of years. Like they're like like it's like giving, energy siphoning uh of beings that are unaware. Okay, I don't know, and they like feel like they can get away with it uh through certain cosmic laws, but it's giving no. I'm drinking a Slurpee. Whatever. Um, they don't have the ability to creatively think, is what I'm hearing. So this is why they just keep repeating old stories. Like you'll hear like, oh, they just keep remaking the same old fucking stories, right? And it's because they've lost their divine spark, their connection to be able to access the creative like thinking realms. Okay, like the expanded consciousness realms of like imagination and creativity. um and it's because they're so far down in like the distortion. They truly believe like in whatever, you've it's a program. um Yeah. So essentially, okay. So interestingly enough, 26. Huh. Today is the 26th. Interestingly enough, today is the 26th. This is the 26th card, and it says confrontation with reality. Okay. This is like giving that that energy is trying to like kind of like bring us back down because they're like having a hard time with like the new reality that's being grounded in, and they want to that's what's up. It's like today was a huge warfare day, if you will, between the unity realms versus the separation realms. Okay. um wow. Okay, so I just heard like the unity realms are the realms that are fully free. They're fully sovereign. Um Everyone is infinitely abundant. Everyone takes care of everyone. And the division realms are the slave realms. And so the unity realm, oh my God, this is crazy. The unity realms come in secretly to the division realms and are planted in certain areas because we're trying to jailbreak this division realm and turn it into a unity realm, or at least jailbreak a bunch of nodes that have been stuck here in the division um for millennia. Okay, that's what it's giving. um yeah, what the fuck. That is like such like a that's like, is that device is divisive in and of itself? Like, I don't know, because I kind of feel like I am fighting a battle. I feel like I'm in the unity, and like for my whole life it was like everyone is was in like the division zone. And so in a way it is. Um yeah, I don't know. But then that makes me think about like the consciousness developer. Like, maybe recoding this realm like it's a consciousness developer actually deactivates the slave protocol, because now everyone is here actually developing and they know that, and then they gain their inner power back, they turn it back on, and then they can ascend into the unity realms. Okay, so that's what it's giving. I don't know. You have like, do you have like a hawk or like a bird that's like been following you around? This is one of your spirit guides. Um, yeah, you see, it's like giving, you'll be driving and you look up and you'll see a hawk. It's giving it's the same one, and it is your spirit guide, one of your spirit guides that is guiding you. Um, yeah. Inner freedom and paradox coming out. Well, first of all, on this guidance card, I'm noticing the little child. And so your inner child, your inner unconditionally loving essence is the guide. Okay. Yeah, this is what's going to like be creating your reality of unconditional love and like grounding in the new earth. Okay. Where we can play and we can have fun instead of being slaves. Okay. Like, and I don't mean to say like slave in the way, because I know that we were taught in school that like to think of slavery as like the slave ships and all that, and I'm not discrediting that at all. Okay, not at all. And that is like a history, and that's, you know but there's also the idea of like economic slavery, because in a real system that there was no like slaves and masters, everyone would be like cared for, everyone would be provided for. So if you can't do exactly what you want to do every single day when you wake up, because you have to know you have to like make money to live, that's like slavery. That's what it's giving. I don't know, but we're here to break that free. And when you break your in like when you get into internal freedom and you break the chains within, then you like rise above the matrix realms. Okay, but let me tell you, they're always trying to bring you back down. They're always trying. And no, You are you've ascended beyond that, okay? Also, you're like a walking paradox. These elites, okay. These like there's like groups of like people that like can't figure you out and don't understand, and they sort of like don't think you have, like, it's giving that you have like both types of entities that actually work for you. And yeah, it's almost like uh the dark and the light work for you. So you're like a paradox, okay? But really it's because you've learned that they're both aspects of each other and you're like in the unity. And so people don't understand how you can hold two things in your consciousness at once because they're still just doing one or the other, okay? Like you're able to hold multiple uh, aspects of reasoning in your mind at one time. And that's cool. Um, Yeah, you have a whole bunch of people connected to you too. Lotus flowers might be super important to you. You might have a tattoo of one, a lotus flower. But yeah, you reverse. You are like, first of all, you're a paradox because of this. People that come, like people that are like come around you, they either, it's like you're just like a central pillar, okay? And then people that come in contact with you either are directed towards ascension and like, you know, like good things type vibe, or they are immediately like trajectoried back into like straight up karma, and it has to do with how they deal with you, okay? You are you're like a divine, a supreme judge. That's another reason why you're here. You have a whole bunch of roles, okay? But also one of your roles is being like a divine judge, and you are that because you are the paradox and you can hold it all at once, okay? So you're like very like centered within. And yeah. Oh, you're also like, okay, you might be a writer, but what you're writing, okay, this is also them saying they want you to do journaling, okay? They want you to actually write about your growth, okay? And like also it's giving they want you to write down like positive affirmations about yourself, okay? To kind of like counteract this like last attack. All right, this was like an energetic attack. They were trying to get you back into your freaking south node is what it is, okay? Yeah, and no, it's giving you've been returned to your north node because of your extreme resilience, okay? You are very resilient. Um Also, they say that they want you to like laugh and be silly, okay? And don't be like afraid to do that, okay? It's okay to laugh and be silly. You don't always have to be serious, I'm hearing. Yeah. But they want you to be writing down your growth. Okay. Also, number 33, with this resilience. So you're an ascended master. So they don't really realize, they don't understand why, like, you keep coming out of the mud that they keep trying to pour on top of you. Literally. It's like, just stay under the mud, is what I'm hearing. And, like, you're never going to do that. You're just, like, growing. And pretty soon they're not going to be able to, like, put you under the mud is what I'm hearing. Okay? You might make earrings. You might be wearing some earrings that you made right now. Yeah, and here's the thing. Do you see this? This says victim or warrior. And you choose warrior. But like it's giving these entities the narcissist. You know what I mean? They like want you to pick victim and go down into your sad zone where you're like, oh, I'll just give up or whatever the fuck. Too bad. You are resilient. You are a warrior and you are like now a master of self transcendence. Okay. So you don't stay down for long. Okay. not enough to have any sort of real effect in your life anymore, okay? So you're like on the upswing and they want you to keep working. They want you to keep doing it. They want you to keep um showing up, all right? Um the Sun card is coming out. In this one, it's number 19, and also reflection. So you are a reflection. Remember, you are a divine reflection of the all source creator. Like, you are the brightest thing in the sky. So no wonder people like have to put on their shades when they see you, and then they throw shade, and then you're like, so spirit is like, no, you're not going to accept any of this shade anymore, and I'm here to tell you that whatever shade anyone throws at you, um you're like infinitely deflecting it, okay? Also, you're like getting you're like it's giving you're not afraid anymore to like really stand up for yourself and like say what's what, okay? Where in the past you might have been like, I don't want to like stir the boat, I don't want to, like, I don't want to seem rude, I don't, you know what I mean? Now you're just like, fuck that shit, I already know I'm not like that, and stop projecting, so bye. um yeah, interestingly enough, I'll tell you about a little thing about me. um there is a person, I will not name names because it doesn't matter, um, where I think I met this person about probably like in 2019, okay? And we met on like Facebook, okay? And we were friends and we very much connected and everything. And around like 2 years ago, it's just like I started noticing that whenever I would talk to this person, I started feeling just like not good inside. Like, just kind of like, uh, and this is before I realized anything about projection. Okay. Like, I didn't realize what that was until I really healed inside. And then I noticed when people were trying to like cast things, aversions like upon me. And I was like, wait, why are you trying to get me in some sort of like drama? This is weird. So, this person about like 2 years ago, um, I had this like vision, and spirit was like, you need to block this person. And I was like, okay. So I blocked this person. And, it was like 3 years sort of that went by, maybe 2 or 3 years that went by. And, I don't know. I like all of a sudden was like, oh, maybe I'll just send this person, maybe I wasn't, maybe I shouldn't have blocked that person. Maybe, because I started remembering, like the good things and whatever. And I was like, hey, maybe I'll just connect. And, I mean, if I've been doing this much growth, maybe this person has been doing this much growth. You know what I mean? So I sent a message and I was like, hi, whatever. And, um, they like responded. And then I sent a message and I was like, hey, could you send me a selfie of yourself? Like, send me a picture of yourself, not in a weird way. I just said, hey, can you send me, take a selfie and send it to me? Mainly because I forgot what this person looked like. And also, I don't know, like spirit just, I was just like, I don't know, just, there was nothing weird about it. If someone was like, here, send me a selfie of yourself, I'd be like, hi, who cares? Do you know what I mean? And, so like then this person was like sort of like calling me like a pervert or something, or like, I don't know, like saying all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I can totally see how you might think that, but no, I wasn't, whatever. And I don't know, basically I just like reblocked this person because it was like this person just wanted to fight. And I was like, I just don't understand, like, why. But yeah, it's like it's an energy thing. So I just like stood up for myself and I was like, you know what? I should have just kept this person blocked. Why did I do that? You know? So this is a matter of trusting ourselves, trusting our intuition, trusting things. And yeah. So yeah, and like even more so, this person was like, you need to stop taking a certain medication, like, cuz I used to take Vyvanse for my ADHD, and this was like 3 years ago. but I hadn't even so I haven't taken it in like 4 years, okay? And they're like, you need to stop taking you need to stop taking 5 ants because that's gonna mess you up and blah blah blah. And I was like, and I was like, I don't take 5 ants anymore. And they were like, you told me you did. And I was like, well, that was like years ago. And I was like, why are we fighting? Like, what the frick? Like, so I don't know. It was a whole thing. But yeah, so I want to get some like roomy cards or something. Yeah. So I don't know. That was just like a weird thing. Like it's basically like spirit just wants us to stand up for ourselves. Also, do you guys think it's weird if I like asked a person to just like send me a selfie? I didn't say send me like um anything per I like basically it was just like, "Hey friend, how are you doing? Like send me a selfie. I'll send one for you." Like, like, "Hi, how." It was like a normal thing. Like, is that weird? I don't know. Like why make it into a weird thing? I don't know. Also, I'm like autistic, so I don't understand social rules. But, like, I don't know, just like accusations and everything. And I was like, no, here, look, I'll just send you a selfie. And I took one. Like, I don't think it's a big deal, you know? I don't know. But yeah, seriously, we all need to be like, not afraid to, okay, good. I'm not a weirdo. All right, I'll take that. That's normal. I'll take that one person that said it's normal. Um, yeah, exactly. So I mean, if they were like, "Hey, no, I don't feel like sending you a selfie," I would have been like, "Okay, cool. No big deal." But like they were like, "Why would you even ask that? That is so insane. You are like perverted." And I was just like, "What?" Um okay. I mean, this is a person who used to like tell me that they loved me and all this stuff and like so I'm just it was weird. So and it was a person, if you must know, of the opposite gender than mine. It was a boy, but I wasn't like asking it in any sort of perverted way, like, oh, whatever. It just felt weird to be accused. I was like, whoa, that was like so unexpected. I was like, wait, what? He's like, if any girl, he's like, if I asked any girl to send me a selfie, they would say I was a total pervert. And I'm like, would they? If they're like your friend, like I don't know, like I don't know. This person likes to fight. It's whatever. I actually really like care about that person. Do you know what I mean? I wish the best. It was just not the vibes. It's just been weird, you know. I don't know. All right, what does this say? The victorious. Wow. Okay, so I just pulled this card. It says, I intend to make it right with you. Huh. I don't know. Maybe that means someone wants to to make it right with you. I don't know. These cards are weird. Also, I miss you. Someone's missing you. Yeah, and like okay, it's giving that this person who sort of like or whatever this like energy that was like trying to sort of like get you in your south node so they could like it's like giving like a little bit of destiny swap vibes, okay? Like someone wanted to maybe a little bit destiny swap with you. Mainly because they were trying to like unload their karma onto you. If you could get into like a south node, then they could like attach some sort of negative energy onto you. And spirit is saying, no fucking way. All right. Your spirit team blocked that karmic like straight out the gate. All right. You just felt a little bit of that energy, but that shit got blocked, all right, and returned to sender. Um, Oh yeah, you know how I said earlier that you're going to be getting like access to like more when you meditate? It's true because God is like bedazzling your mind. It's giving that you guys are going to be receiving divine union. Ooh. But this is divine union between you and the divine. But also I am seeing this card. It says real love, baby. And also I adore you. You might have someone who adores you. Ooh, that sees you as a soulmate. What? Ooh, you're gonna get some real love, soulmate adoration coming in here. Okay. Ooh, maybe someone, if you're on X, maybe someone on X loves you. But also there's like a truth coming in. And I did see that thing where it said, I'm gonna make it right with you. It's giving like maybe somebody has been like lying to you or doing something and they're about to tell you like a truth, okay? Also, sending moon magic. See, I told you, someone was sending you moon magic. That's like, people need to not do that. Okay. But yeah, oh, look, I'm sorry. Expected an apology. And I'm feeling like maybe this is a person who did voodoo against you. So that'll be up to you whether or not you want to take that apology. It's giving you have activated this person. Oh my God. It might even be a famous person. It's giving you activated this person in a certain way and then they didn't really like that. So it's giving they might have thrown some magic at you or something and they're about to come in and just like try to tell you what happened because they now see that like you might be a soulmate. What the fuck? I don't know. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, girl. Man. Yeah, a message. So maybe someone's going to give you a message, okay? All right, I'm just going to quickly pull some tarot cards on this because I want to know what this is about. Spirit, what is this? Tell me about this like okay, this person that got activated, it's giving it might be a famous person, I don't know, or someone with like a lot of followers maybe. I don't know, but you dropped some truth on them that they didn't like and it's giving that they did a little bit of like voodoo on you. Okay, I don't I don't know what that means, but we're gonna find something out about it. Okay, but then they're like coming in to say they're sorry or something. I don't know. That's weird. All right, Spirit, tell me about this. Tell me about this situation. I'm so curious. All right, who is this person? These kind of messages. Who is this person, Spirit? Who is this person? Oh, the Hierophant. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm hearing that this is a person. Okay, this is what it is. This is someone who I don't know if they have a lot of followers, if they're famous, or what it is, but you activated something in them by dropping a truth on them and they considered themselves to be like a spiritual teacher or like have a lot of spiritual know-how and you came in like a queen of swords with some sort of like truth and they decided that they wanted to like compete with you. Okay, it's giving they wanted to compete with you. um but you're like an earth angel. So the temperance card is coming out. And so it's giving they tried to compete with you. And spirit was like, well, they fooled around. And okay, so it's giving like they're having karma coming back to them right now for trying to like compete with you. Um, and like mess with you. Yeah, Five of Wands coming out. So this is the competition card. Um, Yeah, they were like in some kind of competition with you. Oh my god, 5 of swords. They were willing to do anything, I'm hearing, to like take you down. This is just the same story that we were saying before. I don't know if this is a famous person. Maybe a famous person sees this happening, but um yeah, like what? Tell me more, spirit. 2 of swords. Yeah. This is like a choice. Tell me about the 2 of swords. Ooh, this person chose to break your heart type vibes, okay? So, oh man. Okay, so this is a person who felt triggered by you in some kind of way. Maybe they just didn't like your truth. I don't really know, but they decided to like compete with you and basically do everything they could to jack with you. And it looks like they chose to try to like break your heart, but you came in like a temperance angel, and you're actually innocent, and you're balancing this stuff, and you're like the fool. It's almost like you might have not even realized that this was happening. You know, I was watching today, or I saw this like TikTok or whatever or something about like how autistic people, like sometimes we don't realize that people are like making fun of us. Okay? Like this has happened to me numerous times. And it's giving this. It's giving that this person came against you, but you're like the fool and why is this funny? You're over here like a divine child, all innocent and loving in your heart. And so you didn't even see it like that. So this person was just basically like spinning their wheels and trying to come against someone that like wasn't even noticing that like you had no idea you were in this competition. You had no idea that this person was like actively trying to like break your heart. You were just like you're just over here in your own life in your own merry way, learning, growing. um and the 3 of pentacles coming out, it's like so actually it's giving this person might have had some people too that they like collaborated with against you type vibes. It's like maybe a group of people, lots of threes in this little zone here. Yeah, but your like energy is the king of cups, and so your love, basically you've like your heart has like completely like shifted this whole person. Okay, this person who like hated you is like now like the opposite. Okay, is like well, this person is like receiving their karma type vibe. They wanted you to be like trapped, and so like now they are. Okay, devil coming out. Also, this person, it's giving maybe this person also fancies you. Okay, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But like, this person also has like weird sexual thoughts about you. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Um, yeah. They're also confused at how you diffused all this energy, and you're just like a fool, and like you are living in like your King of Cups temperance vibe. Yeah. You are like have been leveled up, okay? Like you have like new magic powers. This person activated you. So and essentially you activated them and activated them to become jealous and hateful, but really it went full circle because they saw how you like were actually pure. Okay, this is what it is. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. Thank you, spirit. This is what it is. This person saw you And you are like a divine earth angel filled with unconditional love. And that fucking triggered this person, because this person does not believe in that. This person only believes in like they were very stuck in the material realm. They've never witnessed anyone who was truly like able to be trusted. Okay, because every single person in their life that they thought was good eventually turned out to be just a person who wanted something or whatever. Okay, and so when they saw you, they thought you were faking. Okay, they thought you were a liar like everyone else, and they like set out to prove this to themselves. And so they threw a bunch of energy towards you. Whether or not they actually did black magic spells, I have no idea. But the energy that they threw at you um, basically leveled you up because you are so pure. And then your purity became so fucking profound that it actually shifted this person into believing in love again. Okay, and then they like weirdly fell in love with you. That's what it is. And this person watches you online. This person uh wants to apologize basically because I don't know, they just realized they were a dick type vibe. Okay? Um yeah, they want to communicate. So they want to tell you something and they want to do it fast. Like, look at this, the Chariot card plus the Eight of Wands. This is straight up like they're gonna come and tell you something. Okay, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you. You might have seen a helium balloon today. A balloon also that is like a hot air balloon. I don't even know, that's not helium, but it's hot air. And essentially it's like you gave this person access back to their true inner magician. Okay, like by watching you they have become transformed. I'm hearing um they are no longer like holding on to their like distrust of the world, and they're like, you've like opened up and like filled their cups type vibe. Okay, but they did some stuff to you, all right, that you don't even know about. When they come and tell you, you're probably gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Okay. They might tell you, they might not, but it's giving they are, because communication coming in. Okay, you really, really did not prove this person right. Like you proved this person completely wrong, and they want to come in and tell you. Okay, they're like up at night. Okay, this person is literally like worried about this. Because now they understand that all this stuff is real. They believe now. It's giving a person who definitely didn't believe in anything other than just like pure materialism, and then when you die it's just like done. And your magic has shown so bright that this person now is like, "Oh shit, I'm worried." Because of the stuff that they did against you. So, is that really even a person who's grown inside? I don't really know. Are they just worried about their own karmic blowback, or do they really actually care? I'm not sure, but they see you working hard, and oh, it's just giving you have turned all of their intended trash into like major treasure, and Wheel of Fortune is coming in for you. And when you go into the 0 point, you Spirit's going to give you all these like new informations and things that you're going to be doing moving forward to like grow your business. Okay, also it's like giving they want you to travel, and you're leveling up with your money. Okay, and also they want you to just be happy. So like Spirit wants you to be happy, so they're gonna just like start giving you money left and right. Okay, also you're gonna be fully out of your head, and fully into like your Queen of Wands and your King of Swords energy. Not to mention, you also have Ace of Cups energy. So you are like overflowing with infinite abundance, truth, and also intelligence. Like you have like so much intelligence, okay? Um yeah, like you're really protected. You are divinely protected, and spirit is I just saw the Tower then the Lovers card. Your meditations, okay? When you meditate and go within and you combine your masculine and feminine, you can alchemize so much energy that it's almost like your whole heart is like covering the entire earth, okay? So spirit is going to make a way so that you can spend more time in meditation, okay? Yeah. I just pulled this open to the blank card. So this is like giving like the meditation zone is where you do all your work. Okay, your work is energetic. I mean, first of all, everything is energetic, but I mean, your work is like literally energetic as you're sitting there emanating from your heart, and your like Taurus field is like spreading over the entire earth. So, like, this is what they want you to do. They don't want you to be focused on something, um, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This isn't, I'm just don't want you to just like sit there and do nothing. But like, when you meditate, it isn't doing nothing. Oh, that's true. When you meditate, it isn't doing nothing. It's actually doing everything. Okay? You're like harmonizing the grid. You're harmonizing the field when you meditate. If you miss meditation, like your spirit team is so sad. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Um, so don't miss it. Don't miss the meditation. Okay. So another thing that they're saying is they want you to like maybe do some like meditations to like block any sort to unblock any sort of things that are hindering you from believing that you deserve to be infinitely abundant, infinitely adored, infinitely loved. um right? Because you are amazing. And this is another thing, like if you spend too much time in the world of distortion, you kind of get caught up in it. So you want to be in the world but not of the world. So this is why meditation is very fucking important. Ace of Cups is like important here because your energy flows forth to the entire world. So if you're in an up frequency, it's really good for everyone. And if you're in a down frequency, it really kind of isn't good for everyone. So, and the powers that be know that. So they are try to do stuff to get you worried about the pentacle realm. And Spirit is saying, don't worry about it. Be living in trust, being your Queen of Cups, and this defeats like the stagnant, this energy where you're like worried about money. Although also they're saying that um with the 4 here of pentacles too, they're saying that don't like your pentacles are like founded and you're going to be on like solid ground, okay? So it's giving you don't have to worry about money again, okay? You are a king of pentacles, so this is what you're creating. You're creating a king of pentacle life. So, yeah. Spirit's also like I said earlier, walking you away from a certain negative situation, like spirits moving you on from something negative, okay? And this is like judgment. Like judgment has been called, And the judgment is, uh, you are the lovers, and the lovers are for you. So you're going to be getting some good shit. All right. I mean, let's just be honest. You are a lover. You are a lover. A lover. Yeah, it's like, okay, I keep pulling the King of Cups too. It's almost giving like maybe you are going to meet someone who is a King of Cups, okay? Or a Queen of Cups, but to match your frequency. Um, yeah, that's cool. Man, if there was, if like, I want to know if there was really someone who is like a famous person watching you. I wish I could know that for real. Like, tell me more, spirit. Although it's like giving like some of you, someone is like obsessed with you. Oh my god, I just pulled a star card. So yeah, someone's like, I'm just getting this vibe that like someone's obsessed with you to the point where like they get kind of sick of watching you, but like they love it. Okay. It's like this energy feels really like almost like, oh my god, you know what it is, the voodoo that they did a weird spell on you, like a love spell on you, and it has gone back on them, and so now they're like really obsessed with you, and it's kind of like a return to sender type energy. Like they wanted to like maybe get you obsessed or something so they could break your heart. And what happened instead is they got obsessed and now their heart is breaking type of vibe. Okay. Take what resonates. All right, people. I am going to end this here. I love you guys so much. And I'm going to really be working on my energy this week so I can be bringing you some good messages. Um, I, yeah, yeah. All right. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next video. Hit like if you liked this video. I don't really know. I like the tomatoes. Do you know what? You had a very vivid dream. You had a very vivid, Desiree had a very vivid dream. First of all, thank you so much, Desiree, for doing everything that you do. And then also, it says you had a very vivid dream of being put into a machine, kind of. Yes. I feel like we're in a machine. This is weird, Like, I don't know, man. Just like more truth has to happen. We need to like really. It's giving when we meditate, we're all going to be like opening up to a lot of truth. And also, I had like this interesting thing where it's like, I feel like at some point, something's going to happen where we're going to unlock telepathy and a bunch of us are going to be able to like talk to each other in our minds, and it's going to be really weird but also very interesting. Yeah, I don't know, but that would be like, I feel like I wish that we could telepathically communicate, like really. Oh yeah, one time I had this dream where I was like being like pushed between two plates as if I was being like minted. It was really weird. So, I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video, okay? Thanks for being here. All of you guys are so amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Namaste.